I'm at the etrailer, and today we're talking about Titan chains tire chains with a rubber tensioner on our 2023 Ford F-150. Now we're going to have this on our rear axle as what the manual recommends, and our tire size is going to be 245, 70, R17. Now this is going to fit a range of different tire sizes. That's just the one we have today. If you're worried about it fitting yours, you can plug in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find out what's going to be the best fit for you. These are going to be a great set of chains if you're just looking for something for light duty conditions, or you just want to be legal in your state, and you're looking for something that's going to be easy to get on and off. The reason why this is for light duty conditions is because we got these roller links up top. So they're going to do two things. They're going to be great for those light conditions because we're not going to have a lot of bite to these, but they're also going to provide you a smooth ride overall since they're roller links, and it's at relatively low profile to our tires. They're also going to be made from a steel alloy, so they're going to be pretty durable, maybe not as durable as some of our other chains, but they're definitely going to get the job done. They're also going to have this diagonal pattern to them. That's going to give us a little bit of better coverage on our tire and provide a smoother ride overall, and going to help you get better traction when you're making your turns. In the center, that's where we're going to have our rubber tensioner. The rubber tensioner is great because when you put a lot of chains on, initially they'll feel pretty tight, but as you drive, they're going to loosen up and really settle into place. This tensioner is going to help take out a lot of that slack. And what's really nice about this, what makes this easy about putting on and off, is that we make all our connections on the front side. They're going to come two to a set in this light duty bag. Now a lot of times I don't recommend using these bags because they usually do degrade pretty quickly, but if you have any roller links, they should be fine in it. And especially if you are using it for those occasions where you're just trying to be legal in your state, you probably don't want something that's going to take up a lot of room either. These are going to be pretty compact, and these chains are pretty loose and not super springy, so they really fit in here really nicely. So putting them back in here is going to be easy, and storing them in your vehicle is going to be easy too. These are going to come in a set of two in this pretty light duty bag, and usually I'd recommend a tote, but for these, since we have roller links, which are also light duty, they really shouldn't tear through here too much. And a lot of times, you have a lot of roller links that have a lot of spring to them. These are pretty loose, so getting them back in here is really easy. What I also like about this bag is it's compact. So if you're just using this for legal reasons, you don't want something that's going to take up a lot of space inside your vehicle. So what you can actually do with these after when you're done using your chains and you want to store them somewhere, you can just put them under the seats in your F-150 because you're going to have plenty of storage there, and this is going to fit right there too. Overall, these are actually probably going to be my top pick for any roller link chains for the F-150 because of all the reasons I talked about earlier. They are going to be low profile, they're going to provide you a smooth ride like your other roller links, but they're really easy to get on. All the installation is done from the front, and you're going to have that rubber tensioner too. And putting them back in your bags is going to be really easy. Talk about the installation, since it is pretty easy, it's a little bit different from other roller links. So if you're not used to that, just stay tuned and we'll walk you through the process on how to get these on. To start off the installation, I recommend grabbing some gloves. It's going to make this a lot easier. And if it's your first time doing this, I recommend staying home so you don't have to figure this out on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. But what we're looking for is to make sure there's no damages to the links. Making sure everything looks fine and is good. And we want to make sure it's in the right orientation. So we want to make sure that this block right here says tire side, and we want to make sure that's facing up so it makes contact with our tire. And in the center, we want to make sure we have an opening right here, and this isn't attached yet. Once that looks good, I'm going to grab these chains, and I'm going to push one side behind our tire. And we'll reach around, grab that cord, and make sure everything's looking even. And once it is, I'm going to reach behind here, make our first connection on the back. And that's going to be with a link and a hook. Give you a better idea what that looks like. Here it is right here. We're just going to push those together until it latches. Once that's latched, I'm going to come over to the front, push this block through this channel. You might be able to push both of them through, just give you more of a tight fit. This right here seems like it's going to be pretty close, but I'm sure if I just pull on this cable, I can get it. So we ended up going back to this first block because that's going to leave the bottom loose enough for us to make our final connection. So we do the same process, just pushing this metal block through that channel. You notice this is still a little loose though, and that's when we're going to use the included rubber tensioner. The way you're going to put this on is with this green hook, the smaller area. It's going to grab onto that cable, and we're going to do that for each one of these. Might have to put some body weight into it, so it makes it a little bit easier. And I recommend when you put these on, make sure that hook is facing away from your tire so it doesn't damage anything. Sometimes these will fall off, like you saw earlier. But putting it back on, you just match up that larger area with the rubber tensioner itself and attach it to the metal cable. Once you have this completed on the side, you just do the same thing on the other. Once both are on, I recommend either pulling forward or back some just to make sure everything's sitting on here pretty well and we still have a good fit. And if you do, you can take it out for a ride. But that was just a look at the installation and some of the features of our Titan chains with a rubber tensioner on our 2023 Ford F-150. Thanks for watching.